All right, y'all. Welcome to our first Sunday Soul Talk Live on YouTube. Trying to get myself together. Just give me a second. Trying to see how this is looking. All right, y'all. This is our first Sunday Soul Talk live here on YouTube. I'm so excited to have you guys here. We are going to be reading all of the signs today, starting with Leo, of course, because it is Leo season. All right. Let's go ahead and tap in. All right, starting with Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You have King of Cups. Someone with definitely deep emotion. Leos tend to try to hide how deep their emotions actually go. A lot of times your lower vibrational Leos will mask their emotions with lots of aggression. But we're growing out of that. We're learning how to articulate ourselves. Yes, Leo, we are learning how to regulate our emotions. We're learning how to care for our nervous system. We are recognizing that regardless of where we sit at the table is always going to shift to us being the head of the table. We don't have to do the extra and the dramatics, okay? You guys are in your balancing act right now, trying to figure out exactly how to manage everything that you guys have going on. We're coming into a new season here. You got the Moon card. All right, guys. So y'all have the King of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Moon card here. All right. So again, as I was saying, you guys are learning how to regulate your emotions. You're learning how to be more in control of yourself. You're learning how to not let outside circumstances pull you out of your character. There is a lot of pulling out of character for you over the last several months, Leo, and you really had to dig deep down inside of yourselves, and you guys are starting to figure out where these triggers stem from. Where are the unhealed parts of you? What parts need to be re-examined? You're reassessing yourself, and you're not just doing this on a surface level. You are going well beneath the surface to really get this healing process going and really get in charge and in control of your life, okay? You gotta stop hiding from yourself, though, Leo. You react and respond to things in a negative way or an aggressive way or in a self-sabotaging way because you are not taking time with yourself to balance yourself out. You have extreme inner turmoil going on in your life, and you need to balance that out. And the only way, Leo, that you're going to be able to balance out all of the emotions that you're feeling is by looking beneath the surface, looking at what's hidden, looking at what is in your subconscious mind. Okay, what are the underlying things that are driving your behaviors, that are controlling the way that you are reacting to situations? That is all a part of the subconscious mind. So it's time for you to really start tapping into the subconscious and putting positive things there, affirming yourself and letting yourself know that you are safe, that it is okay to love, that it's okay to be loved, and there's no reason to sabotage these unions and connections that are coming into your life. And I'm not just talking about on a romantic level, I also mean on a platonic level, Leo. Your relationships in general, your family relationships, your friendships, okay? These relationships are falling apart because You are not doing the necessary work and you're not holding yourself accountable. You are playing victim way too much, Leo, and you are too dominant and too strong to continuously be playing the victim. It's time for you. Again, you have more balancing cards here with Temperance being here. It's time, Leo, for you guys to get real with yourself. The things that are hurting you, you need to come to terms with. The people that you have yet to forgive, you need to forgive them. The fact that you have yet to forgive yourself for not knowing better and doing better, it's time to come to terms with that. It's time to give yourself grace, but it's also time to really get real about why the fallouts in your life are happening. And you need to look at yourself and what you are doing, all right? At the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So you are wanting to work hard. You also have the Devil here with the Four of Cups. All right, let's talk about it. So you guys are attempting to work on yourself. You're attempting to sow seeds, but you guys have vices and addictions that are keeping you in this same energy of not being able to A, be real with yourself, and B, actually heal from what you are realizing you have going on. The thing is, Leo, you guys are running from pain. You're running from hurtful situations that have happened in your life. You are running from the people who have failed you, who have abandoned you, and who have led you to feel like you only have yourself, all right? When in fact, you actually have an entire spirit team that's rooting for you, but you have to do your internal work. You have to dig deeper and really resolve what you keep trying to push down, what you keep trying to avoid, what you are continuously running from, what you are masking with drugs, alcohol, sex, partying, so on and so forth. You are not going to be able to run and hide from these things anymore. Your spirit team is calling on you to get balanced so that you can be prosperous, so that you can manage your emotions properly, so that you can articulate and communicate with others accordingly and appropriately, okay? We are in Mercury retrograde. This is going to be all about getting your communication in order, and the only way to be real and communicate effectively is if you, Leo, do the work that you keep running from, do the things that you keep evading, because there are so many blessings that are trying to be handed to you, but you can't see them. You're only paying attention to the losses. You're only paying attention to the failures. You're only paying attention to the abandonment. So your perception is only focusing on lack and what's not there, and your desires not showing up, or you struggling to manifest the life that you want, versus doing the internal work and then realizing how blessed you are and how much you have to be grateful for. Leo, you guys are really going to have to tap into your gratitude sector a little bit more. There is so much more for y'all to be grateful for, and you guys need to stop this self-sabotaging behavior and really tap into your gratitude, okay? Do your inner work, do your healing, regulate yourself, work on your nervous system, practice deep breathing. Don't wake up in the rising and just hop on your phone and hop on social media and start answering, text messages and DMs from the night before and what have you, because that is setting up your energy for the day, Leo. You need to be taking some deep breaths when you first wake up. You need to curate your day when you're waking up. What do you want to accomplish today? What are you going to get accomplished today? How is your day going to go? Wake up and speak intention over your day and start making conscious decisions to be a better version of yourself so that you can manifest better in your life, all right? Moving along to Virgo. Actually, let's get some guidance for Leo. All right, Spirit, what guidance do you have for my Leos, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Thank you. Grace within the chaos. Like I was saying, taking time with yourself and giving yourself grace, forgiving yourself for not knowing better, forgiving yourself for not doing better. But now that you know better and now that you want to do better, it is time for you to actually put action behind your intention. You want to be a better person, you want to have better relationships, then you need to actively be working on your communication, your tone, your body language. It's not just the words that you say, Leo, and I'm a Leo moon, so this applies to me as well, but it's the tone and the body language that speak much louder than the actual words that are coming out of your mouth, okay? The sovereignty of magic. Once you guys are actually doing real internal work and coming to terms with certain things, scenarios, situations, people, you guys are doing your releasing, you are going to start seeing so many shifts in your life. You are going to feel the energetic forces that are surrounding you. You're going to start feeling your power. You are going to start feeling more in control of your life. And due to that, you are going to start experiencing what you would consider to be miracles, when in fact it is just the life that you actually deserve, Leo, okay? All right, y'all, let's move along to our earth energy, Virgos. Virgos, sun, moon, and rising. Let's go ahead and tap in. All right, Spirit, when it comes to Virgo, what's the word for the day? The week, the month? What do you need Virgos to know right now, Spirit? I'm going to take those. All right, we have the Lover's card. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Oh, you guys got the Moon card as well. All right, so you guys are needing to make a choice. And this choice that you guys are being faced with, first of all, you cannot, this is not a simple decision that you guys are being faced with. Whatever scenario you have going on right now, it is not a simple just yes or no, or let's do this, let's not do that. You guys are going to really need to buckle down and weigh your pros and cons and really determine if the decision you're going to make is going to be for your greater good, or if you're setting yourself up for failure. You have the Queen of Pentacles in the center of both of these cards. So whatever decision that you're making, again, you are going to need to take your time and thoroughly assess whatever moves you're going to be making moving forward, because every move that you make is going to be like making a deposit into your account of life longevity, financial stability, and the relationships that you are having in your life currently. Your spirit team is trying to give you a fresh start with the World card being here. So again, be careful with whatever choices you are going to be making, because it can be the difference between you being fruitful and successful with the Nine of Pentacles being here, or it could be the determining factor in everything falling apart and you having to start over and being paranoid, worried, and living in fear and lack all over again, which is the energy that you are trying to move away from currently, okay? And I actually meant to say the Eight of Pentacles. I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with my math. Anyhow, the choices that you are going to make, the decisions that you are going to make, are going to be setting yourself up for the long term. Any decision that you're making, particularly during Mercury retrograde, does not need to be rushed, and it does not need to be taken lightly. Again, I am going to stress this. If you make the wrong choice, if you are making choices based off of ego versus off of what your spirit and your heart are suggesting to you and prompting you to do, you are going to find yourself in a worse position than you are in right now. You guys are at a stage right now where you cannot risk going into this next chapter of your life not healed, not looking at the bigger picture as to why you have made certain decisions up until this point, why you have involved yourself in certain scenarios, and why you have involved yourself with certain individuals up until this point. You have some real soul searching that you are going to need to do during this Mercury retrograde, which is going to beget the clarity that you need to make the proper decisions so that you're not finding yourself starting all over again because you didn't build your foundation up properly when you were given the opportunity to. Do not move in fear because of past scenarios and situations. Let this past stuff go so that you can move forward in freedom and in clarity and with a pure, cleansed heart instead of moving in paranoia coming into this next chapter. You are not designated to enter this next phase. You are leaving a cycle behind. You are not coming into this next cycle bringing in the toxicity that you are attempting to leave behind. All right, you have to do your inner work. You have to do your pros and cons. You have to really critically think about everything that you are doing and every decision that you are making. Okay, Virgo? All right, Spirit, let's get some guidance for the Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There's so much abundance, residual abundance on the other side of your healing, Virgo, on the other side of you releasing things that are no longer serving you, with you no longer being in fear of letting go of things that you may have known for a long time, people you may have known for a long time. These things are not serving your spirit. They're not serving your soul. They're not adding positivity into your subconscious mind. So it is time for you to reevaluate and let a lot of these things go. You are enough for now and for always. You are worthy of a peaceful life. You are worthy of an abundant life. You are worthy of genuine love. You are worthy of having people around you that genuinely care about you, that want to honor you and want to see you do the best that you can and be the best version of yourself that you can be. You need to be surrounding yourself with like-minded energies that want to be successful themselves, but also want to see your growth and development and also want to see you be successful, okay? The eyes of mystery, deep knowing. Again, this is piggybacking off of the moon card. It's time for you guys to dig deeper, deeper, deeper. The stuff that you continuously run from, stop running and face it so that you can enter into your new cycle of life and into your new way of being and existing, okay? Thank you, Spirit, for that message. All right, moving along to Libra. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Spirit, what's the word for Libra? What messages do you have for Libra today, Spirit? Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. One more shuffle and I'll pull from the top. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Libra, you have the Eight of Wands. What is picking up momentum, Spirit? Tell me more. Let's dig in. Libra, air, Libra, obviously your air sign. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Thank you. All right, Knight of Pentacles. So you guys have been being very patient when it comes to money matters. And because of your patience, you are going to be rewarded quickly, hastily, and it's going to be kind of overwhelming in a positive sense, Libra. You are going to see increases to your finances. You are going to see increases to your happiness and your joy. And this really stems off of you choosing to prioritize yourself and soothe yourself and really start creating the life of your dreams. You have recognized that you are more powerful than you have been giving yourself credit for. And because you are now prioritizing yourself, seeing yourself as the one and only, the end all be all, you're putting yourself in top tier energy, you're putting yourself high up on the pedestal. Everything that you have been wanting is going to be coming towards you quick, fast, and in a hurry. You have been very patient, you have been planting seeds, and now your seeds are starting to harvest. If you guys can see with the Knight of Pentacles card, there's a lot of almost like farmland here, but you can see the little bit of greenery that's starting to come up. You see the little bit of trees that are starting to show themselves. You are starting to reap a harvest because of your patience. You're working on yourself all of this time, and because you have internally done what you've needed to do, you have turned your soil, you have planted new seeds, you are now going to reap the harvest. And it's going to be a very bountiful harvest, Libra. You can expect financial increases. Relationships are going to be more stabilized. The love that you've been looking for is going to be coming into your life. Stability all around, regulated emotions, stable emotions, being able to articulate everything that you want appropriately and get your needs met, okay? You have the Star card. Again, thank you for the Spirit. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. With the Star card being here, again, you have put yourself in a top tier position. All right, you see yourself as gods and goddesses now. You are able to balance yourself and not live in anxiety and fear, because you know that everything that occurs in your life is your own creation. You know that whatever is going on in your mind is going to reflect out into your everyday experiences. And now that you have that understanding, you have taken the time to be like, all right, this is what I want, and I can have it, and I'm going to tell myself that I already have it. This is already going on. This is already existing. So internally, even if your external has not already fully reflected what you have been internally creating, you are vibrating high internally because you recognize that the 5D and the 3D have no separation. So your internal joy and peace are stemming off of the thoughts that you have been implanting into your mind, which are keeping you balanced. And now in your actual 3D reality, you are going to start to see things picking up for you rapidly. And I just really love that so much for you, Libra, because you guys have spent so much time people pleasing, prioritizing others, putting everybody before yourself in order to maintain peace. And then you realize that that was not peace for you at all. And you had to pull yourself into hermit mode. You had to realign yourself. You had to readjust yourself. And now you are going to start seeing the rewards and the benefits of doing so. This was the greatest decision that you could have made for yourself. And now everything that you want, everything is always going to go in your favor, because you are controlling everything in your favor with your thoughts and what you're telling yourself. All right. What else do you have for Libra, Spirit? Thank you. All right, we have the Tower in reverse. All right, so things were definitely milky, murky. Things were not going the way that you wanted to. It felt like everything was falling apart, but you took that as a blessing. The hard times are now over. The struggle is now over. The rebuilding part is now over. The hard part is done. All right, the hard part was choosing not to people please. The hard part was putting yourself first. And this may not be difficult for the other signs, but for Libra, this is a great task that you guys took on. And now you are able to create the life of your dreams. Ultimately, you're going to get the job. You're going to get the person. You're going to get the car. You're going to get the home. You're going to get the grades. Everything that you thought was going to be impossible now seems possible for you. With the Tower being in reverse, remember to keep yourself at the forefront, right? Your foundation, the stability of everything that you are developing, the stability of everything that you are creating is going to be based on where you place yourself in your life, in your world. No one and nothing should be coming before you. You should be constantly and continuously pouring into yourself. You should be constantly giving yourself the assurance that you know that you need, and that is going to reflect out into that is going to ultimately be reflected back to you. All right, there's going to be no need for you guys to be trying to rebuild all over again. This is it. This is the start of the beginning of the rest of your life. All right, but remember to be prioritizing yourself with the star card. You are the brightest star in the sky, and don't you ever forget that. All right, Spirit, what is the guidance for my Libra, Sun, Moon, and Risings, and Venus? Thank you. Focus on the brilliance. And the brilliance is you. You are the creator of your reality, and you now know this. So anything that is showing up that you do not want in your reality, you need to negate it, you need to ignore it, and you need to reject it, and you need to continuously persist in what you want. And that is by continuously thinking in your favor and planting those seeds of positive intention and realizing that there's no reason for you to be thinking against what it is that you are wanting to manifest, because the only person who says yes or no is ultimately you, okay? All right, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's good for my Scorpios? All right, we have the World card, which is Scorpio energy. We have the Eight of Wands. All right, so we got some things picking up. We have the Emperor being here, the Boss card. Tell me more, Spirit. There's going to be lots of success for my Scorpios in business ventures. We're entering a new phase as well. I love all the new beginnings that are being prompted here in these readings today. We have the Ace of Wands. All right, so Scorpios, you have done a lot of plotting and planning in your mind. You see the vision. You have it all mapped out in your head. It's time to start putting actions behind those thoughts. It's time for you guys to get moving. In Mercury retrograde, it's typically a time for us to slow down, for us to reflect. Scorpios, that is not the case for you. There's shit that you got to do. There are things that you are trying to accomplish, and there is a level that you are trying to be on in a short amount of time. It's time for you to pick things up and really get moving. With the Ace of Wands here, you are being gifted the energy to carry out what you are visualizing in your mind. It is time for you to take conscious steps towards the conscious intentions that you have set for yourself. All right, tell me more, please, Spirit. Go ahead, baby. You're fine. All right, tell me more, please, Spirit. Thank you. All right, we have the Five of Cups. So, Scorpio, a lot of you are still holding on to relationships and scenarios that have caused you pain. You have been given multiple opportunities. I'm going to take this card that's flipped over with the Ten of Wands. You guys have been given ample opportunity to walk away from situations that are overwhelming and overbearing to you. As fixed signs, I understand that it is very difficult at times to walk away from what is emotionally from what we are emotionally attached to. But you being focused on hurt, heartbreak, and all the things that have led you to even want to create a new life for yourself, it's really keeping you in that same energy instead of you giving yourself a new opportunity to drop all of this heavy ass weight and start over. It's time for you guys to cross this bridge and leave the past in the past. It's time for you to let go of what is overwhelming you and what is draining you. One thing about Scorpio is that the emotions run so deep and the energy is so intense that it is literally physically exhausting for you guys to continue on like this. It is time for you to let this shit go so that you can actually have the energy to create and make the moves that you need to make to create the life that you have visualized for yourself. You guys have way too many internal conflicts going on. And if you can't decide on what needs to be let go of everything. Because it's definitely slowing you up and it's putting delays on you achieving your goals. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. The minute you turn your back on all the things that are no longer serving you, the minute you put yourself in asshole mode, because it's kind of what you have to do as a Scorpio, because people tend to take advantage of Scorpios because Scorpio's heart is so big, and Scorpio is the biggest empath of all of the zodiac signs. So everything that anybody else is feeling, Scorpios can feel, and they resonate with that, and they have so much empathy for others, but they rarely have empathy for themselves. The minute you turn your back and you start prioritizing yourself, and yes, people are going to look at you like a bitch. People are going to look at you like you're being an asshole, and that's perfectly fine, because you have shit to do. You have a new life that you need to create for yourself. You cannot continue to be worried about what other people are thinking about you or what other people have to say in regards to you. You are, again, like I was saying with Libra, you guys are the end all be all. Scorpio, you are so magnetic. You are so powerful. There's literally, and I say this for all the signs, but Scorpio, you guys have such deep emotional connection to the spirit world that you can literally instantaneously pull on anything that you need to create the life that you need for yourself. In the Magician card, you have all of the elements here. You have the wands, you have the cups, you have the pentacles, all right? You have everything here. You have the swords that are reflective that everything exists inside of you to create the life that you are wanting to create for yourself, for you to achieve the goals that you have set out to achieve for yourself, okay? You are infinite energy. You are source energy. There is nothing you cannot be, do, or have, and you need to recognize that these energies that you're holding on to are keeping you complacent, and they are preventing you from achieving what it is that you are visualizing and seeing for yourself. All right, Spirit, what is the guidance for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Take that. Thank you, Spirit. The emergence of hope. Faith, trusting in a divine plan, all is well, and patience. Scorpios have a tendency to struggle with abandonment and anxious attachment, and anxious attachments, all right? You have to trust that when you let go of what you know is hurting you and what you know is not serving you and what you know does not have your best interest at heart, you have to trust and believe that everything is going to be okay when you release these energies. You are going to be able to focus on yourself. You are going to be able to prioritize yourself. You are not going to be drained by the energy and the needs of others. You are going to be able to refill your cup to the point of it overflowing, and then you can potentially help others once you have put yourself in a more stabilized position in your own life. Okay, Scorpio? All right, let's tap into Sagittarius. All right, Spirit, when it comes to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Excuse me, what is the word? All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Ooh. Hermit card, Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. So there was a fallout that you guys had with someone that has ignited a almost dark night of the soul. It has caused you guys to go into hermit mode to reflect and figure out how the hell did you find yourself back in this kind of conflict once again, because this is not the first time that you guys are experiencing this type of conflict, all right? But this time you guys are being forced to really take a look at yourself. You are really being forced to reassess and reevaluate yourself and the choices that you make in the situations that you've been putting yourself in. You are also being called to balance your emotions. As fire energy, just like with Leo, you guys have a tendency to get very aggressive and very nasty when your feelings are hurt, instead of just expressing that your feelings are hurt or expressing what it is that you actually need from the people in your life that you pour love into. And because you have not been able to articulate yourself in the best of ways, it has created a lot of conflict and turmoil and falling out and people falling out of your life, and a lot of just turmoil with the individuals that you love and you hold dear to your life, okay? Tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more about this conflict. Tell me more about this conflict that has set Sagittarius on this track of being in hermit mode. I don't take cards off the floor, but I am going to take this one. All right, you guys have the Six of Swords here. So this conflict was so egregious. It was so serious and intense and significant that you guys have completely turned your back on whoever this individual was that you had this falling out with. It was way too much negative energy and toxicity going on in this situation. And so you guys had to pack it up and get the hell out of Dodge before things became even worse than what they already were. All right. You have chosen to spend this time by yourself because you know that you're not going to cause yourself pain. You know that you're not going to cause yourself hurt. You know that you are going to prioritize your feelings and your emotions, and you're going to be able to coddle yourself and all of the things. And that is what you were not getting in this scenario here, which is why you ended up having this fallout and ultimately deciding to leave. There wasn't enough balance in the dynamic, and so you guys had to pull your energy out of this dynamic and balance yourselves out on your own. And the thing about going into hermit mode is that you go into hermit mode so that you can see your own light, so that you can hear your own guidance, so that you can shut out the noise of anybody else, especially coming out of a toxic relationship. A lot of times those toxic words from an ex-partner will resonate still. They'll play in your mind. They'll stop you from doing certain things, even though there's a separation that has occurred. And so you guys are taking this time into hermit mode to really get back to you, to get back in touch and connected with your spirit team, to get back in touch with your higher self, and to really regulate yourself so that you don't find yourself in this type of toxicity again. Tell me more for Sagittarius, please, Spirit. Thank you. I'll take this flipped one as well. All right, you guys are definitely speaking more positively to yourself. You're affirming yourself, and you guys are coming into this Empress energy. You, whether you're male or female, you are recognizing that you are divinity. You are recognizing that a lot of the problem is not you, but it's actually a self-esteem thing. And so you guys are putting yourself up on a higher pedestal. You are changing your expectations, but you're also being patient in what you are expecting. You are not rushing getting into another relationship. You're not rushing getting into the heart space of another. All right. With the Page of Wands being here, you guys can expect for things to start picking up. You are going to be coming into better energy. I know that you have been sad. I know that things have been difficult. I know that there have been a lot of emotions that you have been trying to balance and sort through. Feel what you need to feel. Always honor your feelings. I don't care how long it takes. Don't get stuck there, of course, but always honor your feelings. Validate yourself, because if you don't don't validate yourself, you can't expect anybody else to come in and validate you, Sagittarius, okay? What is the guidance for Sagittarius today, Spirit? Treasures in the deep and dark. Perfect. Shadow work and healing old wounds. The time that you guys have spent in hermit mode. You guys have been, again, doing your shadow work. You're doing your healing. You're reevaluating and you're assessing all the things that you've been through, the things that have hurt you, how it got to that point, why were you hurt? All of these questions that have needed answers. And because you are diving so deep, you are finding hidden treasures about yourself in the darkness that have been buried underneath all the toxicity that you've been dealing with, behind all the failed relationships, behind all the mean things people have said. You are realizing that you have all these great traits, qualities, and characteristics that are going to help you step into this Empress energy and realize that you are truly the bomb biggity, and you will no longer sell yourself short in your own eyes and in the eyes of others. All right. Moving along to Capricorn. One of my cards was flipped over. Okay. All right, leaving the fiery energy of Sagittarius and moving on to the earthly energy of Capricorn. Yes, I have Ochun in the back. Sorry, I just saw that some of you guys are leaving comments. So yes, this is Ochun. She is one of the Orishas. She's the one that I resonate with the most. She's the one that I believe governs me and my lifestyle. Ochun is definitely the energy that you go towards when your self-esteem is on the lower side. As you can see, she holds a mirror in her hand. She is constantly reminding us that everything begins and ends with us. It is all about how we perceive ourselves and how we perceive ourselves in relation to the things that we want and we desire. Ochun was the Orisha that the male Orishas deemed not as powerful because she was so beautiful, because she was so pretty, and she literally left them fools behind and went and sat up on the moon and said, y'all figure it out for yourself. And because her sweetness was taken away from the collective, everything began to die. And the male Orishas had to go back and beg for her forgiveness and ask her to come back so that they could have life on earth again. All right, Capricorn. Oh, I love that. Yes, I love Ochun energy for sure. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and tap into your reading. Sun, Moon, and Rising. And Venus. I don't take cards off the floor. Let's try that again. If you hear sounds in the background, my kids are just making their lunches and stuff. I need the laptop charger, please. Thank you. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. You guys have the Wheel of Fortune. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. Thank you. All right, you guys are going to be faced with some choices here. And these decisions are going to be life-altering decisions with the Wheel of Fortune being here. Whatever decision you decide to make is going to determine which direction the wheel moves in, whether it's going to move in your favor or if it's going to create more blockages and delays for you. Tell me more, Spirit. What is this decision revolving around? All right, looks like your spirit team has been trying to show you some things and has been sending synchronicities and sending different messages to you in a variety of ways. And if you guys are not heeding these messages, if you are not paying attention to your gut instincts and following that discernment, you guys are missing out on important guidance from your higher self and your spirit team that's going to help you make the proper decision so that you guys do not hem yourselves up or send yourselves on a backward spiral. All right, we have the Temperance card. Balancing yourself out, not overstimulating yourself so much is going to make it so much easier for you guys to hear your spirit team and to hear the cues and the guidance that are being gifted to you. Taking some time off from social media. Social media is so destructive when it is not utilized properly, and when we don't take time to take breaks and really get back to ourselves. We are taking on so much energy of others utilizing social media that it closes us off from hearing our own intuition and trusting in our own intuition. We'll get a gut instinct and we'll run to social media, Facebook, TikTok, or whatever, to get confirmation of what it is that we are feeling, or a good confirmation of what it is that we're thinking, instead of just trusting and believing in our own selves and in our own power. All right, Capricorns, you are being called to balance your logic and your emotion right now. As earth signs, it can be difficult for you to kind of tap in to your emotional side, but you need to utilize the emotion and the logic to feed off of each other in order to make a conscious decision that is going to benefit you. You are going to need emotion to hear from your higher self. You're going to need the emotion to practice your discernment and to feel that gut intuition and to follow those gut instincts. And then you're going to need your logic in order to process properly and to really look at the logistics of everything before making said decision. All right, we have the Justice card here. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Justice will be served. So there was, let me get further clarification. Clarify the Justice card, please, Spirit. Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. All right, we have the Five of Pentacles. So there was an injustice that was served, whether you did it or it was done against you. Justice is going to be served. So if you made a decision that you know was not in the best interest of yourself or others, or you made a conscious decision to cause harm or some sort of or create some sort of problem in somebody's life, you are going to reap the karma that comes from that. If it's the other way around and an injustice was done to you and now you're having to make a decision on how to move forward, choose the higher road, because your spirit team is going to come through and they're going to handle the situation for you. Whoever crossed you is going to go through hell for crossing you, because they crossed someone who is very special to the ethereal realm. You are someone who your spirit team, your ancestors, they do not play about you whatsoever. So you continue to maintain your balance. You continue to maintain your peace, and you let your spirit team work behind the scenes to rectify whatever was done against you. Someone played you out and they are going to pay significantly for that. Aries Spirit, tell me more, please. Tell me more for Capricorn Spirit. Too many. Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. Thank you. As long as you are maintaining your peace, as long as you are not in your get your lick back energy, all of your wishes are going to come true. The Wheel of Fortune. So this is the decision that you have to make. Okay, Spirit. All right. I got it now. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. You guys have to make a decision about whether or not you're going to get your lick back. And I'm here to tell you right now, do not get your lick back. Do not take it upon yourself to try to balance the scales. In most scenarios, I am actually all for balancing the scales. Your spirit team says, fall back, we got it. So fall back and let them have it. And in doing so, in being obedient in this time, you are going to reap so many rewards. You are going to be chilling up high on a pedestal, and that is going to be so devastating for anybody who did this injustice to you, because they are going to want so badly to be able to drink from your cup of success, and they're not going to be allowed to. They are going to be completely closed off from you, and they're only going to be able to see you glow and grow and be successful. All right, Spirit, what is the guidance for Capricorn before we move along to Aquarius? Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. The burden of choice. And just I don't be lying, the burden of choice. Capricorn, it is not the easiest thing for you to just sit back and let things happen. All right? But right now, you are being called to ground yourself and let your higher self take control and let your spirit team handle this transgression that was done against you. Subconsciously, you are in revenge mode. Subconsciously and consciously. You are not thinking about potential consequences to your actions, so on and so forth. So I need for you guys to seriously leave this alone. Focus on yourself, do your healing, balance your emotions, regulate your nervous system, do your deep breathing exercises, meditate if you meditate, go for a walk, get out in nature, hug a tree, put your feet in the dirt, put your feet in the grass, put your feet in the sand, go visit some water, whether it be a lake, a river, the beach, whatever the case is. Do what you need to do to ground yourself and regulate yourself. Your spirit team is going to handle this. There is nothing for you to do. Choose the higher road. Otherwise, the wheel of fortune is going to rotate in another direction and you're going to find yourself on the outs versus being in the energy of receiving everything that you want and then some. All right. All right, Aquarius. Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. What's good, gang? Hey, goddess gang. I appreciate the gods and the goddesses of the collective being here with me today for our first Sunday Soul Talk live on YouTube. This is not the first live that I've done, but it is the first Sunday Soul Talk. I used to do these on my Soul Talk podcast, but I'm so excited to be able to bring it here to you on YouTube. I also used to go live on Facebook a lot and do these. So I'm excited to be crossing over to this platform and doing it here as well. I appreciate all the likes, all the subscribers. I appreciate all of you guys commenting and just being here, vibing and rocking out with me on this beautiful Sunday. All right, Spirit, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let me get the energy of Capricorn off me. For the computer. Thank you.
What's in your one?
The charger for the computer, please. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, we have the Four of Pentacles. Ooh, y'all being stingy with y'all energy right now. Might even be being stingy with your money too. All right, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Hold on 1 second, y'all. And we have the Eight of Swords. So, Aquarius, you guys know exactly what it is that you want. You want legacy. You want finances. You want a close connection with your spirit team. You want generational wealth. You want long-term love, like lifelong love that your grandkids and your great-grandkids can be proud of and speak about. So right now you are being very stingy with your energy, because if someone is not coming in and meeting your standards, you don't want anything to do with them. But make sure that you are not keeping yourself closed off from opportunities to receive what it is that you want, because you are being too egotistical about what it is that you want. Having standards is all fine and well. There's nothing wrong with you having standards. You should have standards. But recognize that a lot of times your standards are being met by someone that you will not give a second look at, okay? So make sure that you are utilizing all of your senses when it comes to making a decision about getting what you want in terms of love, legacy, so on and so forth. It's fine to be stingy. It's fine to guard your heart, but you are possibly letting what you want pass you by acting deaf, blind, and dumb and being stingy with your energy. All right, tell me more, please, Spirit. And I will save this live, so if anyone is unable to watch in full, or you missed your sign and you want to be able to go back, it will be saved. All right, so a lot of you are being stingy with your energy because you have a fear and a paranoia about letting anybody get close to you. So you're kind of keeping yourself in this self-made prison of emotion and negative thoughts, because you think anybody that comes in is going to try to do you harm or take from you or use you or abuse you in some sense of the word. And being stingy with your energy is not the answer. Holding yourself back from others is not the answer. It's only going to make you more paranoid and create more of what it is that you actually don't want. And it's taking you further away from what it is your heart is actually desiring at this time, which is love and love longevity, and a love that's going to honor you, respect you, be loyal to you, take care of you, pour into you, so on and so forth. You want a soul-fated, spirit-led type of love that's going to turn into generational wealth and generational legacy and generational love. And you want to break these curses that have been plaguing your family, that have plagued you and have plagued your family for generations. But closing yourself off and being in this paranoid energy is just creating lack for you. You have this mindset that anybody that comes into your life is going to try to take advantage of you, or they're going to try to hurt you. And you thinking that is creating exactly what it is that you're thinking. You have to move away from that way of thinking, and you have to remind yourself that you're loved, you're honored, you are cherished. Anybody that comes into your life knows that they are lucky and blessed to be a part of your energy and to be in your day-to-day and so on and so forth. And when you are putting that in your mind, you can relax on the paranoia. You can take the blindfold off, and you can free yourself from this mental and emotional prison that you've placed yourself in because you're afraid of getting hurt. And that's really what it all boils down to, Aquarius. It boils down to you guys being afraid of being hurt. And there's nothing to fear here. All you have to do is make better decisions, which means just thinking more in your favor. putting yourself up on a pedestal and reminding yourself that no one wants to come in your life and take advantage of you. In fact, people want to come into your life to take care of you, to love on you, and to give you everything that your heart desires. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Tell me more for Aquarius. Okay, thank you. The High Priestess. In this time that you are spending with yourself and that you're pulling in your energy and so on, are you actually pulling in your energy to be like, there's better things that I can do with my energy? Or are you pulling back your energy literally out of fear that people are going to come in and take advantage of you and hurt you? Because if that's the case, you're not doing this properly. Pulling your energy back to yourself is supposed to be revealing to you of things that are hidden. It's supposed to strengthen your connection with your higher self. It's supposed to strengthen your connection with your spirit team. And it's supposed to make it so that you have a clear path and you can see clearly what steps you need to make, who you need to invite into your life, and who you don't need to invite into your life. Being like this and being in hermit mode to this magnitude and to this degree is only going to make you more paranoid in the end. All right, we have the Strength card, and I know that it can be scary to try to put yourself out there, especially after being hurt. I know that it can be tumultuous emotionally to have to face what it is that caused so much pain and so much distraught and took so much away from you. But with the Strength card being here, and again, just like the Magician card, that infinity energy is here. You are source energy. There's no one you can't have. There's nothing you can't do. And there's no one that you can't be. And this too shall pass. And you will find yourself coming out of this paranoid energy and coming into higher resonating vibrational energy with the Strength card being here. This is Leo energy. Leo rules the heart, but Leos are also very confident individuals. Whatever occurred that caused you to be in this paranoid energy also caused you to take hits to your self-esteem, and it's time for you to give yourself a fresh start and to start over with everything that you've learned and everything that you know now, so that you are not pulling yourself away from your greatest blessing. All right, Spirit, what is the guidance for Aquarius? Thank you. Every word has power. Everything that you are speaking over yourself, everything that you are speaking over your life is coming to be. And this is what I was saying earlier about being careful how much you are pulling away from others and how much you are getting engrossed in being in this Four of Pentacles energy, because it's just creating more paranoia for you and it's just making you want to stay more in this prison and in this shell. But if you are telling yourself again, everybody who comes in your life honors you. Everybody who comes in your life respects you. Everybody who comes in your life loves you and wants to provide for you and wants to give you the best version of themselves so that you can in turn become the best version of yourself. That is what you are going to experience. So give yourself the opportunity to start again, to start fresh. Your spirit team is with you. The dogs that are represented in this cards are representative of your higher self and your spirit team. They are always with you. They are always following you. You can easily get from here to here just by utilizing your discernment, tapping into and being connected with your higher self, and giving yourself confidence boost by speaking highly of yourself regularly. All right, Aquarius, let's move along to Pisces. The dreamers of the zodiac, the psychics of the zodiac. What is the word when it comes to Pisces, Spirit? right, Spirit, when it comes to Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, releasing burdens. I love that for you, Pisces. Don't take cards off the floor, so I will not be utilizing these. If it's meant to be, they'll come back out. Have the Sun card. You guys are releasing burdens. You're releasing what no longer serves you. You are releasing anything that makes you feel overwhelmed and overstimulated. And I really, really, really love that for you, Pisces. And because you are doing all this releasing work, your energy is getting higher. You are, and I mean like physical energy, you're not so exhausted, but also your energy is lighter. It's brighter. You're happier. You're feeling more joy. You are finding reasons to be in gratitude. You recognize that there is so much to be grateful for, and so you're focusing more on that versus focusing on what was bringing you down. All right, tell me more for Pisces, Spirit. All right, you have the Knight of Pentacles and you have the Ten of Pentacles. So you have been being extremely, extremely patient, and because you have now released all the things that are no longer serving you, you are seeing positivity show up in your life more and more. You are finding out that your money is increasing. You guys are getting raises. You guys are coming into new job opportunities. You guys are falling in love or falling in like. You guys are expanding spiritually, emotionally. You are opening yourself up to all the joys and wonders of the world. And I think that that is so beautiful, Pisces, because for a very long time, you guys were in very, very, very depressed energy. The Star card, you realize who you are and you stop letting people take advantage of you. You realize that a part of self-love and a part of self-worth is not allowing yourself to be taken advantage of, and so you have prioritized yourself. And again, people think that it is selfish to put yourself above anybody else, but that is selfless. Because when you are there for yourself, you are taking care of yourself, you are better able to take care of the people who mean something to you in your life. So now not only are you able to show up for yourself, but you're starting to be able to show up for others as well. Good for you, Pisces. Now with the Four of Pentacles being here, you guys have your boundaries up. You have spent time in hermit mode and you recognize where you were too lax with your boundaries or where you were letting people bend or break your boundaries. And now you have learned your lesson with that, because it was very overwhelming and it was very exhausting and it was creating limitations and blockages in your life. And so now you're placing up these boundaries and you're only accepting people into your life and allowing people to be a part of your everyday energy who are pouring into you as much as you are pouring into them. You are no longer allowing people to just come in and take from you, and you spending time by yourself and you really learning yourself over again and getting in tune with yourself. You are now your own greatest love. You are now your own greatest friend. And you now have these standards that if others are not able to reach them or match them, they are being sent on their way, because you don't need that energy in your life. And you are now comfortable with that and you are okay with that, because anybody that's in your life right now serves a purpose. They pour into you as much as you pour into them, and it is balanced relationships. The Four of Pentacles is about reciprocity or lack of reciprocity, but now you are not accepting any lack of reciprocity anymore. The Hermit card is facing the Four of Pentacles because you realize in the time that you are taking to yourself, and the time that you are balancing yourself out and regulating your emotions and healing from all the trauma, so on and so forth, you realize that what was stopping you from getting into this Ten of Pentacles energy and receiving the love, the money, the wealth, the abundance, so on and so forth, was your lack of boundaries with people. Now that your boundaries are implemented and you're standing firm on them, you're standing strong on them, everything that you have been looking forward to is starting to show up in your life. And I think that that is really beautiful, and it is also well-deserved. All right, Spirit, what is the guidance for Pisces? What is holy? What is true? Appreciation, witnessing the unmerited gift of grace. This is literally where you're at right now. You released what wasn't serving you. You released what wasn't appreciative of you. You released what you were witnessing was taking away from your energy, taking advantage of your love, taking advantage of your finances, and you let it go with grace and with peace. And now you have a different appreciation for the people that are still in your life, the people that show you love, the people that pour into you, the people that listen when you need to vent, the people who nourish you and who are essentially a part of your overall growth and development in this lifetime. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, let's tap into the starters of the zodiac, the numero uno zodiac sign. Good old fire energy, Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Plus Venus. All right, Spirit, when it comes to Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, what's the word? We have Temperance, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. You guys are right now in the energy of doing a balancing act. There is so much that you're looking to manifest, and you feel like you've been really patient waiting for these things to come to be, but just continue to keep your mind focused on the fact that you always get what you want. Time is an illusion, so don't start getting in your head about how long something is taking to manifest for you. Stay persisting in the end, meaning whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whatever it is that you want to happen in your life, focus on the end goal. Focus on it already having manifested. Focus on it already having happened. All right. Instead of focusing on how much time it is taking, because that is causing you to become imbalanced. You are a very analytical individual. You utilize more logic than you do emotion, and you are going to have to kind of bring a little bit more of emotion into your manifestations, okay? You are going to have to tap into that energy field that you guys tend to shy away from, Aries, which is emotions, in order for your manifestation to really come in the way that you are expecting it to. You're utilizing a little too much logic. You're being a little too analytical, and manifestation is anything but logical and analytical. Manifestation is emotional, and it's imaginative, and it is going into a fantasy and being partway delusional for a bit of time until that shit actually shows up. The world is literally in your hands with the Two of Wands being here. So make sure that you are keeping your thoughts congruent with already being in possession of your desires. Tell me more, Spirit. All right, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So you guys are again going to also be coming into some financial bliss. You guys are going to come into some financial stability. All right, anytime that you see grapes on any of the cards, that is like residual income, because if you've ever been to a vineyard and you see the grapevines, you know that they go on forever. There's like no limit to the abundance here, and that is the key for you, Aries. There is no limit to what you can do. There's no limit to what you can have. There's no limit to what you can possess. There's no limit to the finances that you can have. A lot of you, your focus right now is on money, 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 and increasing your wealth. And the increase of wealth begins with what you are putting in your mind. Are you telling yourself that you're struggling for money, or are you telling yourself that you're abundant and you got it? This change of perception with the Hangman is what is going to lead you to your wealth and to your riches. Stop focusing on what is not there. Stop focusing on lack, because where your attention is going, energy is growing. And this is why it is important to balance out your emotions and your logic. Your thoughts are in charge of your feelings. So if you are telling yourself you're broke, or if you're telling yourself it's going to take a long time for your finances to come in, that is exactly what is going to end up happening, versus you telling yourself that you are wealthy right now, that you have everything that you need and want right now, and then watching it speed up towards you hastily, okay? You can change the current situation that you are in just by simply changing the way you are viewing the situation you are in, and creating that balance that you need in order to manifest the abundance that you are looking for. All right, Aries, let's get some guidance for you guys. All right, Spirit, when it comes to Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising and Venus, what is the guidance for this group right now? Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. Epiphanies sing at dawn. An aha moment, awakening new directions and potential. And that really stems off of the Hanged Man card that you guys just got, Aries. This is about changing your perspective so that you can change the direction that your life is going in. All right. The more that you are thinking in your favor, the more that you are speaking highly over your circumstances or your situations, and the more that you are choosing to see what you want versus seeing what is, you are going to continue to have those, oh, okay, I get it moments more and more. And things are going to start to make sense, and things are just going to start syncing up and lining up in the way that you have been hoping they would. All right. All right, Spirit, thank you for that. Moving along to the Earth sign, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, Spirit, when it comes to Taurus, what is the word? All right, we have the Nine of Swords. So again, you guys are also residing in that paranoid energy. Why are Tauruses paranoid, Spirit? Because Taurus is focusing on lack and focusing on what isn't there versus focusing on what is there and being in the energy of gratitude. The more that you are fixated and looking at what is not there, the more paranoid and fearful you're going to be, and you're going to continue to feel like your needs cannot be met, your bills cannot be paid, and you cannot get what it is that you want and need accomplished. All right, Spirit, tell me more. What can Taurus do to get out of this paranoid energy and stop paying so much attention to lack? Well, first of all, you got to make a choice about what you are telling yourself. All right. Are you telling yourself that you're abundant, or are you telling yourself that you're stuck, stagnant, and can't free yourself from the bondages of poverty? What messages are you feeding to your subconscious, Taurus? As Earth energy, you have to get this together because you are more grounded than most naturally. And so you grounding in these ideologies of being broke, poor, and struggling is not doing anything for you but making you paranoid, anxious, depressed, and showing more lack than abundance right now. All right, you are meant to have abundance with the King of Pentacles being here. You are meant to have more money than you can count, more money than you can spend, but the messages you are sending to your subconscious are keeping you bound and bondage. You have to make the decision to take control of your life, and the way that you take control of your life is by being in control of what you are thinking. Just like I told Aries or Pisces not too long ago, what you are thinking fuels what you are feeling and not the other way around. So if you're feeling sad, anxious, depressed, or you are feeling like you are paying more attention to the slack energy, all you need to do is change what you're telling yourself about the scenario or about the situation. And that puts you back in control, and that puts you back in the mindset of being abundant and having your needs met and catered to. All right, Spirit, what is the guidance when it comes to Taurus? Then we'll finish up with Gemini and Cancer. The river dances to the sea, flow state, unleashing or trusting in the adventure. Again, as Earth energy, this is about you guys getting into the ebb and flow of things. All right. You guys are in control of what happens in your life. You are in control of your thoughts, and therefore you are also in control of your feelings. This manifestation journey, this life journey, this journey of existence is all supposed to be an adventure. You are not supposed to struggle. You are here to create. The society that we live in, the foods that we eat, the social media things that we tune into, the stuff that we subscribe to on a daily basis are what is keeping us in the energy of being depressed and anxious versus us taking time to be out in nature and really grounding ourselves and tuning into ourselves and giving ourselves what our souls and spirits are asking for and are in need of. And for you guys, Taurus, it is time for you to get back into your flow state, for you to let things, to surrender to the way that things are, to surrender to your mindset, meaning you need to be in control of what it is you are telling yourself. You need to be in control of your thoughts. No more just letting your thoughts run on autopilot. When you are controlling your thoughts, you are controlling how you feel, and you are keeping yourself grounded so that you can manifest and create the life that you want, which is not fueled by fear, anxiety, and depression. All right. 2 more signs to go. All right, Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Right now, Mercury is retrograde in the sign of Virgo. You know, Mercury rules Gemini. All right, Gemini, we have the Knight of Cups. There is something emotional coming towards you. Could be love, could be career related. Let's tap in a little more and get some clarity. Tell me more about the Knight of Cups, please, Spirit. All right, we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so someone has been paying attention to you. You have someone's attention right now, and they are going to be coming towards you with an offer of some sort. You see the Knight of Cups here has his hand extended. He's extending something out towards this 3 of Pentacles. So you have been working really, really diligently on a craft, a hobby, yourself, whatever it is, and people are starting to take notice and interest in you. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Is this romantic or platonic? We have the 8 of Pentacles being here. So again, like I was, saying, you guys have been working really diligently on yourself. And I'm going to say that this is love and business, because you have the 3 of Pentacles here, and then you have the 8 of Pentacles, and 8 and 3 is 11, which is about manifestations, not only new beginnings, but it can be the new beginnings in love and in material, or material matters, rather. All right, we have the Hermit card. So yeah, Gemini, you guys have spent a significant amount of time to yourself, working on yourself, perfecting a craft, getting your businesses going, or, you know, really learning whatever job you're in. So there's potential for promotions here. There's definitely the energy of increase here financially, because you guys have taken this time to really focus on yourself. If you guys look at this, you have the 8 of Pentacles here. This individual is working really hard on themselves. They're by themselves. And you also have the Hermit card here, which is about that spiritual reevaluation of self and so on. And the Hermit is literally shining the light here on the 8 of Pentacles, so that the 8 of Pentacles energy is being guided by the previous lessons that have been learned in your life. So you are taking everything that you've been through and you're transmuting that energy into creating something better for yourself, making yourself better. And now people are starting to take notice of that. If you are single, there definitely could be a relationship coming your way. someone is going to start taking an interest, or someone is going to actually reach out to you, letting you know that they have a romantic interest in you. But also, as far as career goes, there's going to be increases there for you as well, Gemini. Congratulations. You have really done some amazing work on yourself, and you are going to be seeing those rewards. All right, we have the Empress here, we have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Swords. So your new way of being as an air sign, again, you're analytical, you're logical. So you have been able to take the emotion out of reevaluating yourself, right? You have done this from a logical perspective, which has made for this transition and this transmutation to be so much smoother, because it's not being plagued and saturated by icky emotions. Okay, you've been able to take your emotions out of it and really just get the work that needs to be done. And because you've done that, you are resonating on a higher frequency. So much is coming back to you that not only are you able to help yourself, but you are now going to be able to help others, which has always been a goal of yours, being able to be a community type person, being able to help your family, being able to help those that mean the most to you. All right, Spirit, give me guidance, please, for the Geminis of the collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And then we will close out with Cancer. Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. Definitely not taking any of these. One more shuffle and I will pull from the top. Emergence of true knowing, intuition, rigorous honesty, and inventory. And this is what I was saying about you guys utilizing your logic and your analytical skills to do your healing and to work on yourself. You guys were able to be brutally honest with yourself without your emotions taking over. You were able to take stock and inventory of the positive traits and qualities you have and the not so positive traits and qualities that you may possess. And you did what needed to be done to balance that out and regulate all of that. And now you know who you truly are, what you truly want, and what you are truly capable of. And you are now comfortable enough to allow yourself to be led by your intuition, despite what physical circumstances may be showing up in your life. Your trust is in your gut and in your intuition and in the decisions that you are making for yourself. And I think that that is a great form of self-love and self-trust. And it's been a long time coming for you to get here. So congratulations. I'm very happy for you and I'm very proud of you guys. All right, Spirit. Our final sign of our Sunday Soul Talk. I love y'all so much for vibing out with me today, for being here for the full duration of this live. Essentially, you guys are freaking amazing. So let's go ahead and tap into our final sign of the day. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Spirit, what is the word when it comes to Cancer? What messages need to be given to Cancer today? And depending on how I feel, I may come back and do another live love reading for you guys. All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So planting seeds for yourself, working on your own harvest, tending to your own garden right now, Cancer. Not worrying too much about what anybody else has going on. You're being very patient. You know that the seeds that you have sown are going to grow and develop into a mighty, bountiful harvest for you. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Thank you. All right, you have a choice to make in love, it seems. With the Four of Cups being here, that lets me know that this is an emotional matter. So this is why I say that this is more about love than anything else. There is a union that you want to happen. And this is why you've been working so diligently on yourself, because you do want this relationship to work. You do want there to be a balance of reciprocity between the two of you, but there does seem to be some lack that you are focusing on. Take your focus away from the lack, continue focusing on yourself, but also as you're focusing on yourself, make sure that you are ensuring that everything you're doing is going to be conducive to your relationship, because sometimes when we work on ourselves, it creates more distance between us and our partner. And if that is the case, that's a conversation that needs to be had, because sometimes we grow out of love with people, or we grow out of compatibility with individuals. And if you are working on yourself and you are growing and you are ascending and your partner is staying the same, there's going to be a lack of compatibility there between the two of you. All right, Spirit, tell me more for Cancer. All right, we have the Six of Pentacles being here. So again, there is definitely some issues of reciprocity between you and your partner, and you guys are definitely going to have to work on that, because you can't be giving more to one and not receiving what you need from your partner. Ultimately, this is going to cause you to walk away from the situation completely, because it's going to become too much turmoil for you. You working on yourself puts you in a bracket of not letting anybody deal with you any kind of way. Not having your needs met is not going to be optional for you after a while of working on yourself. And with you giving and giving and giving and giving and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring as a water sign, that is going to be deeply emotional for you. It is going to be scarring, and you are not going to be able to live off of the breadcrumbs that somebody is giving to you. So ultimately, you are going to find yourself completely walking away from this dynamic that you are a part of, so that justice can be served and the scales can be balanced out. You guys have the scales twice here. The scales have to be balanced out in order for you to feel sustained, comfortable, and able to do what you need to do on a daily basis. You are going to be given an opportunity to free yourself from this dynamic. And the minute that you get that opportunity, you need to seize it and take full advantage of it. And take everything that you learned to create a new life for yourself. Otherwise, you are going to find yourself in lack, struggling, having anxiety, unable to sleep at night, turning into an insomniac, because this is going to be weighing on you so heavily, because you know that this has become burdensome instead of it being well balanced. Okay. All right, Spirit, what is the guidance for Cancer? Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. Connection through the cosmos. Community, everything is connected, and the law of reciprocity. And I'm not joking with you guys. It says it right there. Law of reciprocity. Is that not what I have been talking about, with there being a lack of reciprocity here? You are going to find yourself walking away from this relationship or this dynamic or this situationship that you have yourself in, because it is not going to be serving your higher self, which means it is not serving your highest good. But understand, what's going to come from you walking away from this is not only this new opportunity to create a new life for yourself, but also a stronger connection with your spirit team, a stronger connection with your spirit guides, a stronger connection with your higher self, and a new level of trust and knowing in your higher self and in your spirit team. And I think that that is very needed for you right now, Cancer. A lot of my Cancers in the collective are limiting themselves to their relationships, and it's creating a lot of lackluster energy for my Cancer. So freeing yourself and allowing yourself to feel that connection with your higher self and your spirit team again is going to be absolutely beautiful, magnetic, and necessary for you and your life right now. Okay. All right, y'all. Woo! We did it. that is our first Soul Talk Sunday in the books. I'm so proud. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you the next time. Peace, love, and light.